Yeah, guys, hello. So, yes, we have discussed something called for loop here. So, if you are not using any initialization or condition or increment or decrement, then this loop is going to go for infinite. This is one of the question asked. What I'll do is, I'm going to remove these braces. Will still run the same. If you don't use a semicolon here, and yes, this for loop is applicable for this statement. I repeat again. If the semicolon is not used here, then the for loop is not terminated. This will be applicable only for the first statement. Let us take one example here. I will take int I is equal to 1. Let tell I less than or equal to 5. Next, I'm going to tell something called I plus plus. I plus plus. If you see this, still whether you use the braces or doesn't use the braces, it's going to be the same. The output is going to be what? Same. Now it's going to print hello 5 times. Now if I remove these braces, okay, and if I run this, I'm going to get the output 5 times. So if you don't use braces, then the for loop is going to applicable only for the first statement. Example, if you have something like this, okay, that is I. Now this is not part of for loop. Okay, this is not part of for loop. So if you use the braces, then only it will be applicable for the complete block. Okay. Now if you see, this statement is applicable for the for loop, and this is not applicable for the for loop. Now this hello will be printed 5 times because it is applicable for this form. It prints 5 times. Later one time it's going to print hi. If you see 5 times hello and one time hi means if you want both of this statement to be part of this for loop, then you have to use compulsory something called as braces. Then now what happens? The 5 times, first time hello hi, 5 times it prints. Okay. So if you see here, hello hi, hello hi, hello hi, it prints 5 times. If I don't want this to be, if you don't use the braces, then this for loop is applicable only for the first statement. The further statement will be the normal statement of this block. I hope you got this. Okay, so let's go to the next interview question. Very interesting. So let me take something called, okay, like this. So I is 1 and I tell I less than or equal to 10. Instead of I plus plus, instead of I plus plus, I'll use something called as I equals to I plus 2 means if initially I value is 1, okay, if initially I value equals to 1, now can you just tell me what it's going to be? I value is 1, 1 plus 2 is how much? 3. Okay. Means initially I was 1, now it got incremented by 2. So this is what it means. I is equal to I plus 2 means 1 plus 2 is going to become how much? 3. So let me implement the same here. Instead of I plus plus, I'm just going to tell I is equal to I plus 2. Okay, I'm just going to tell I plus 2. Now what happens is every time it's going to increment by 2 means 1, later 3, later 5, later 3 plus 5, 5 plus 2 is 7, 7 plus 2 is 9. Okay. So now if you run this, it's going to print hello 5 times, not 10 times. So how does this logic works? Okay. So let us take this and work out here. Okay, that's great. So let me take here something called the same logic. Okay. So initially, how much is the I value? I value is 1. Okay. So initially, I value is 1. Now, is it 1 less than or equal to 10? Condition is true. Now, first one time it prints hello. Okay. First time it prints what? Hello. Now, after this, okay, closely observe here. So first time it prints hello. Once it gets the hello output, I is equal to I plus 2. Now, I value going to get incremented. 1 plus 2 is going to become how much? 3. Now, is it 3 less than or equal to 10? Yes, condition is true. Means it didn't check for 2 because it got incremented by 2. So it's going to check for 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. And 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. And 9 plus 2 is how much? 11. Means condition will get satisfied only for 5 times. It's going to get satisfied for 5 times. Only for the odd digits 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Because 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 2, 7, 7 plus. Okay. So let's continue. So we are in the third. Okay. 3 is less than or equal to 10. Yes, condition is true. Again, it prints something called hello. Now again, it checks the condition there. That is I plus 2, that is 3. 3 plus 2 is going to become how much? Is it 5 less than or equal to 10? Yes, condition is true. Again, it prints hello now. The third time it printed. Again, it takes the next condition. 5 plus 2 is how much? 7. Is it 7 less than or equal to 10? Its condition is true because 7 is less than 10. Again, it prints something called hello. Now, again, it takes I is equal to I plus 2. That is 7. I value is 7. 7 plus 2 is going to become how much? 9. Okay. Now, is it 9 less than or equal to 10? Yes, condition is true. Now, again, it prints what? 5 times it printed. Again, it checks. Okay, again, it checks the condition. 9 plus 2 is going to become 11. Is it 11 less than or equal to 10? Condition fails. Now, this for loop will terminate. Then, still the condition fails. This for loop will be keep on running. Hope you got it. So, this is usually asked in interview. Okay, and let me take one more. Can I declare it outside the for loop? Yes, you can do it. Okay, so let me tell I plus plus here. Okay, the previous code, whatever we had, less than or equal to 5. So what I did here, if you closely observe, initialization, condition, increment. Okay. So initialization is done first. Later condition is checked. Later I can put this increment after printing. This code legal. In Java we can do this. So initially I is 1. Later it checks the condition. So it checks a condition for 1 is less than or equal to 5. Yes, condition is true. Now print something called hello. Later it increments the I value. Now it becomes something called 2. Next it checks the condition. Is it 2 less than or equal to 5? Condition is true. Again it prints hello for the second time. Again I plus plus. Now I is going to become 3. Now it checks the condition. Is it 3 less than or equal to 5? Condition is true. Now again it prints something called hello. Again I plus plus. Now I value becomes 4 and checks the condition. Is it 4 less than or equal to 5? Condition is true. Again it prints hello. Again I plus plus. Now it's going to become 5. Is it 5 less than or equal to 5? Condition is true. Now again it prints hello. Again I plus plus. Now I is going to become 6. Now can you guess? Is it 6 less than or equal to 5? Condition is true or false? It's false. Hence this for loop will terminate. So this is also one of the kind of question asked in what interview. How many times? Means that there is no mandatory rule that initialization should be here. It can be outside the for loop. And condition could be here. And increment it need not be here. You can put it inside the for loop also. So this is how the program of for loop or the logics will get executed. Now what they do is they might ask something like this: int a equals to 1, okay, and I tell a plus plus, and I print something called system.out.println a. Now what does a plus plus do? It increments by 1. Now if it increments the a value by 1, what is the output I get? 2. Okay. Again if I tell again a plus plus, again if I print system.out.println a. Now here a value will get incremented 2. Again a plus plus means it's going to increment by what? 1. It's going to print 2 and 3. So are you familiar with this? Now let's do this way. Let me take something called system.out.println. I just tell a plus plus plus, okay, okay, that is a plus plus. What is the output of this? So we have something called, okay, so post increment and pre increment. Okay, so let me take that. A plus plus. What does a plus plus? Use it and then increment. Okay. For example, if a is 1 and if I tell a plus plus, okay, I just tell a equals to a plus 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 a plus 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 a plus plus. Now if you see here, initially a is 1, use it. What is the a value there? It's 1. use it, and then increment in the memory to 2. Okay. What does a plus plus means? A plus plus means use it and increment. What is the a value? Can you just tell what is the a value here? It's 2 and then increment in the memory 2 by 1. Okay. Again, what you have to do? A plus plus. What does a plus plus do? Use it and then increment. Okay. So 1 plus. So if you see here, 1 plus. Okay. 1 plus 2 plus 3. What is 1 plus 2? 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. This 6 will be stored in again A. It will be reinitialized with what? A. Now, if I print something like system dot out dot print, and then if I print A value, what is the value of A? It is 6. Let me write the same code there and just show you that how it's going to be. Okay, I'll just write here. So initially A is 1, and I write the same code there, and I print it system dot out dot print A. Let's see what is output there. So can you just see the 6 number? So this is how A++ works. A++ means, okay, use it and then increment. You can make a note of it. You can pause the video and take a video, make a note of it, how it works. So I'll repeat again how it works. So if you see here, initially A value is how much? 1. Read this along with me. Use it and then increment. Repeat. Yeah, that's right. So A value is initially 1. Okay, and increment in the memory to 2. Again, plus. Now, what is the current value of A? It's 2. Okay, use it and then increment. Again, plus. What is the value of A? It's 3. Use it and then increment it to 4. Yeah, it is 4, it is incremented, but I'm going to reinitialize this value A. Okay, that is 1 plus 2 plus 3, it's going to become 6. And if I print this, it's going to be 6. So in the similar way, we have something called, this is called, in Java, they call it as post increment. Okay. We have something called plus A, that is nothing but pre-increment. Okay, pre-increment. What does this do? Increment and then use it. Increment and then use it. So what does pre-increment do? Increment and then what? Use it. You see here, initially A is equal to 1, and if I tell A equals to plus plus A plus plus A plus plus A, you see here, what is the A value initially? It's 1. It's a pre-increment, means increment it in the memory, then use it. How does it do? So increment in the memory. Here it was use the value whatever it was. Initially it was 1, use it and then later increment it to 2. But here first you have to increment it. Okay, that is 1 it was, make it to 2 and 2 use it. Then again plus plus A. What do you mean by plus plus A? It's increment and then use it. So plus plus A means first increment in the memory. Okay, that's going to become 3 and then use it. Again, it's going to be increment in the memory and then use it. Now 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 plus 4 is 9. So it will get reinitialized to A again. What is the output? 9. So let me repeat this again. So initially A value is 1. Plus plus A means incremented and then use it. Again plus plus A means incremented and then use it. Again plus plus A means, what plus plus A means? Incremented and then use it. So 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 4 is 9. So it's going to get reinitialized to what? So let me take the same code and execute here and show you how does that output work. So I've done the same. Okay. And I'm going to run this code. I'm going to get the output as 9. What do they do is they're going to use both pre-increment and post-increment. Example, they might ask something like this. Int A equals to 1 and they tell now system dot out dot println, they are something called A plus 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 A. What is the output of this program? Let us see the output first. Later, we'll see how does it work. Okay. Now, if you see before this, so if you use something plus and if there is no space between, okay, it's going to throw error. It's going to throw what? Error. Assume that this is a code. This is use it and increment, and this is increment and then what? Use it. So when I run this, I'm going to get the answer as 4. How did we get this? So let's see that. So initially, my value is 1. Use it. Okay? Use it. That is 1. And then increment it here to what? 2. Now plus. It's going to tell plus plus a. Plus plus a means first increment this. Okay, then use it. So 1 plus 3 is going to be what? 4. So this is also one of the questions which is asked in interview. Hope you understand and you are enjoying this video. This is a basic for loops we are going to ask, okay, and they're going to ask you questions related to this. All the best. If any queries are there, you can just comment below and you can ask any questions.